So, Roee, what is the role of the U.S. right now in the Mideast process? We know this has caught Israel a little bit off guard.
Indeed, the U.S. plays a very significant role in the Middle East, to say the least. And it's been playing off its balancing act between Israel and Egypt for the last 30 years. Those two countries, of course, have a peace which has been endorsed by the U.S. and maintained and supported by the U.S. With this room for new leadership in Egypt, what remains to be seen is whether or not the Egyptians will indeed uphold that peace accord, as we've just heard that the U.S. President's spokesperson has called for, or if in fact they will succumb to pressures to actually reconsider or renegotiate, or in fact cancel that peace accord. And if that happens, that will send a possible domino effect to Jordan, which also has a peace deal with Israel, and perhaps even the negotiations between Israel and Palestinian officials.
What is the Israeli government and people thinking about the change of phase in Egyptian government? Are they ready for any significant change of the relationship between the two countries?
Well, of course, like you can expect everywhere in the Middle East, publicly officials will welcome changes. They will call for democracy. They will call for an easy transition of power. They will call for nonviolence. They will call for a reflection of the people's will. But within Israel, there is a genuine growing fear that a power vacuum could lead to a rise in power of the Muslim Brotherhood. That is an organization that is the largest organized opposition in Egypt, and ideologically it is loosely affiliated with Hamas, the Palestinian group which currently governs the Gaza Strip and has obviously maintained an ongoing conflict with Israel for some time now. So the fear on the street here is that this could create a new turn Egypt, which is a peaceful ally of Israel, into a new enemy. And if indeed that follows suit, that happens in Egypt, and if indeed there is some type of uprising in Jordan as well, that will essentially surround Israel on a number of sides. And that is a consideration that's being happened here. Already one official on Friday following the announcement said that Israel hopes, quote, that the change to democracy in Egypt will happen without violence and that the peace accord will remain in place.
And what will this make any difference to other countries in that region, for example, Jordan, Syria, and Saudi Arabia?
Well, one of those that you obviously did not mention is the Palestinian territories, which are also closely monitoring this. They, for example, need the support of the Arab leaders in the region to push their international agenda. For example, just this past week, this coming week, the Palestinian president intends to introduce a UN resolution condemning Israeli settlement construction in the occupied Palestinian territories. But with more and more Arab leaders focusing on their own potential domestic uprisings and internal conflicts, they won't be able to lend that international support the Palestinian needs. Right now, I can tell you that the Jordanian monarchy is concerned about a potential uprising within Jordan. I understand that the Syrian president of Bashar Assad's government has been cracking down on any possible dissidents within Syria this week, and as well the Saudis are monitoring what's happening as well in Egypt. Fear that a similar popular uprising could indeed spread to the kingdom and topple their government there as well.
All right, thank you, Roee Ruttenberg. That's Roee Ruttenberg reporting from Tel Aviv.